So to begin, I'm going to add some warm almond milk, melted vegan butter, and some sugar into a bowl. All the exact ingredients will be in the description box below. Then I'm going to whisk that to combine it. Okay, I have something that goes on top of the whisk that makes it like automatic. Why was I not using that? I chose to look like Captain Whisk. I have no idea. Don't know. My mind. Then I'm going to take some active dry yeast and add that into the mix as well, making sure to spill some. To that mixture, I'm going to add 5 cups of flour and a little bit of salt. This part had me low-key confused because in her directions she says gradually add and stir, but in real life in her video she just added it all at once and stirred it. That's why I paused right here, because I was like, yo, I messed up. But we just kept on stirring and everything turned out all right. After getting it all incorporated but not over mixing, your dough should look like this. You're going to cover it with a damp towel and let it chill for an hour. In that hour, you could clean up that mess that you just made. Girl, look at that. You could work out if it's a nice day until you see a wasp nest, and then you go back inside because you're not finna play like that. Or you can honestly just be unproductive. That works too. Then I came back and sprinkled some flour on top of that dough. Ooh, girl, I tried to knead it and my nails were like, come on now, be real. So I got the spatula and I just worked that flour into the dough. I then went ahead and sprinkled some flour onto the table so I can plop it out and start to roll it. Then I pretended I knew what I was doing and I started to knead the dough to make it basically as less sticky as possible. And I saw a comment on her video saying that like you want to knead it enough so that when you press your finger on it, it bounces back. It bounced back like it got a problem with you. Oh, y'all saw that? Y'all saw that bounce back? And then out of all things, I don't have a rolling pin, so I went to my good sis Google to see what I could use. She said a water bottle. I said bet. Use my hydro flask. Thanks, Dad, for the Christmas gift. You see, I'm versatile. I went ahead and floured it after this just so that it wouldn't stick to the dough. And I started to try and roll it out into a rectangular reminiscent shape. Okay, now I told y'all it was gonna be reminiscent of a rectangle. I ain't say it was gonna be a rectangle. Next time though, I'll definitely try to get that other edge thinner, just based on how it turned out when I was rolling up the rolls. After that, I plopped some softened, not melted, vegan butter on top of the dough and just spread that out with the back of a spoon. To that butter, I added 3/4 cups of brown sugar that I mixed with some cinnamon. Now, I didn't have a 3/4 measuring cup, so I used a 2/3 one. Ain't that the same thing? Because like it's almost like full. Y'all get what I'm saying? Then I went ahead and sprinkled that mixture onto the spread out dough. But look how I missed the edges though. Come on now. Come on now. Next time I would just do a better job of making sure that it reached all the areas that the butter covered and took it all the way to the edge of the dough. They see me rolling, they hating. I was going super slow because I'm the perfectionist that doesn't do anything perfect, but I wanted to make sure I had my swirls. But y'all see how on the ends it's just butter, it's not icing on there? Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it. You need to cut it. But seriously, some tricks that I would use for next time is not to saw through the dough. Just try to like a cut down and lift that knife up. Also pay attention to how many rolls you're getting on each side. Like on this side, my rolls were significantly larger than they were on the other side. You see I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus the other side. I got my knife technique right and I was able to get better rolls out of that. I then grabbed a buttered cookie sheet and started, now look at this, what in the cornucopia? Come on. I started to place the rolls on there so they could do their second rise, and this is also the sheet that I will be baking them on. You want to make sure that there's enough space in between them that they're not touching each other because they're definitely going to poof up on this second proof. While those are on their second proof, I'm going to add a cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened almond milk, and a teaspoon of vanilla together. We're going to mix that up, and that's going to be our icing. Now, I did realize after that my cinnamon rolls were a lot larger than hers, so I had to go back and make like multiple batches of icing. So yeah, I would suggest starting out with more. But this is what your icing should look like. Now at this point I hadn't eaten all day. I was so excited to taste them. I didn't forgot my up close zoom in shot. But it's whatever because look at that. I just poured the icing on top and then I went ahead and added some pecans because gluttony. Duh. Bruh. She's a professional. I gotta take a picture. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Make this soon. Cinnabon who? Cinnaholic who? Period. Period.